Welcome to Nerds on Ice, where cool nerds get fired up on today's topics. I'm your host. It's me, Mario. I'm just kidding. I'm your host, Chris Fury, and today we're talking about everyone's favorite plumber, Mario. We're celebrating his 35th anniversary this year, so let me introduce our guest for this Pipe Dream episode. With over 30 years experience of pen and paper RPGs, tabletop miniature war games, board games, card games, and video games, NateNerd has seen it all. A pioneer of social distancing well before it became cool, he's emerging from his hermit state to drop wisdom, experience, and tomfoolery to those who care to listen. This is Nate's first time on our show, but last year on the Cosmic Disaster Show, he and his entire family were our geeks of the week. So welcome to the show.
How you doing?
All right. Returning to the circle from last season, Dvsty Bvcket is a draglesque performance artist who may have never experienced human suffering, but makes up for it in wig reveals. She is high concept, full camp, and has always heard the same thing. Wow, that shouldn't work, but it looks great on you. Keep an eye out for her Etsy store rebrand coming soon and get your own audacious handmade mask. Follow her Instagram on Dvsty Bvcket. Both of the U's are V's. Thank you for coming in, Dvsty. Tim is a high school math teacher, ex-marching band geek, and Cleveland community theater star. It doesn't get much nerdier than that. He's been playing video games since the original NES and has always been a Nintendo fanboy. He plays Smash Brothers competitively and even competed in MLG. He's mainly a Mario game player, which is in Smash, Kart, Tennis, Party, etc., but also plays Magic the Gathering and World of Warcraft. His favorite character is Birdo, but he fancies himself Waluigi. Thank you for coming on.
Hey.
And last but not least, Jason is our last guest to taking up a break to join us tonight from his final stretch of preparing for the Kickstarter for the VT Heroes game that launches Monday morning. A comic book creator, convention and festival founder, radio personality, game developer, as well as director of the new Orville fan series, A Planetary Step. Jason is a multi-award winner, and this is an entry in the Encyclopedia of Black Comics, which is a nationally recognized book that celebrates influential Black people in the comic book industry. Thank you for coming on, Jason.
I don't know why. I didn't know what to do.
It's okay. So as I mentioned, this is the topic here today is Mario. We're celebrating 2020, which is probably one of the few good things we're getting out of it, is celebrating Mario's 35th anniversary with at least 32 games featuring this character. It's safe to say that we haven't seen the last of this favorite plumber. There's reports stating that on Nintendo Switch this year that there will be several remasters of the classic games, such as Mario 64. There's other talks of, what else they have? 3D World, Mario Sunshine, and Mario Galaxy, actually. Those are pretty good picks. What does everyone think of not only the Switch, but having all these new games being remastered? And what would be your favorite remaster?
First time I played Mario was on the Atari 2600, and it was Donkey Kong. It was Mario then. I remember playing that with my brothers nonstop. So when the NES came out and you got to play, let's face it, I was a younger brother, so I was always Luigi.
Same.
You're always Luigi. If you're second,
right.
You're always Luigi. But yeah, that was the first time I played, and I would love to see Donkey Kong again. Maybe jazzed up a bit or something, but for me, Mario's always been, big monkey throwing barrels and trying to save the princess a different way.
Yeah, as the younger brother, I didn't get to play much. I was watching my brother play. So the games I got to play were like all the party games, the sports games, Smash Bros, as you heard in my intro. So I want to see some of like the old Mario Party games, like 1, 2 with all the costumes. Oh my gosh, that was the best.
I just got I have been borrowing my girlfriend's Switch, so she doesn't play it. I now own it. But honestly, Animal Crossing is getting a little boring for me. I kind of did everything I could, but like the ability to like play with people that are online for me like is new. Like I haven't been able to just COVID, but like all my friends live in here now. So like having like competitive Mario Kart on the Switch is gonna be really exciting because yeah, that's like the only way that I hang out.
Yeah, you get Mario on the go. So that's always a plus. Jason, what you got?
Well, see, I do have siblings, but I never met them. I'm an only child, and my mom taught me how to play video games. And the first thing she taught me was Mario. And, like playing Mario when she bought me the NES. So I'm old. So that was new at the time. Mario was a new thing. I love everything Mario. Like, as you see, I collect Mario and only Mario. I'm trying to think. Maybe I would like them to bring with the Switch because I have a Switch and I have all the different Mario games on there. And Mario Party is awesome on there. I think it would be really cool if they brought back the Game Boy Mario games like Mario Land. Since they were done by a different studio, I would want them to do not just a port transfer, like redo the whole thing with like in color with, you know what I mean? Like how they do the new Super Mario Brothers with the 2.5D kind of thing. Like those games are great.
As long as they bring back the whale stage from Mario World, that was awesome. I love that stage.
Oh man.
Yeah. Like I want to see what that nugget that Mario used to throw, because in the Game Boy ones they didn't have the fire flower. It was like a poop.
The super ball.
A ball. He just like threw these balls at people.
So, speaking of all these different type of games, what was your favorite game and why?
Oof.
Mario Kart. It's gotta be. It's like everyone had it. Everyone growing up that I knew had it, and it was just the thing. That it like you go to the basement of your friend's house and you just like see who's the coolest person because you have to win Mario Kart.
Or you were playing Mario Kart, thought you were doing awesome, but then realized you're looking at the wrong screen and just running into the wall.
Or you're breaking up friendships because you'd be in first. Look, my cousin is here at my studio because we're working on the Kickstarter stuff. Playing Mario Kart, you're in first place. You think you're about to cross that finish line, and then there goes that blue shell, and then 3 other cars go past you right at the finish line, and you go from first to like 4th. Oh.
Especially when that's especially after you've mastered that particular track.
Yeah.
Or that was the moment you mastered it and lost.
Yeah.
So speaking of Mario Kart, since everyone's on board with Mario Kart, who is your favorite character and why? Or who is the best?
Yoshi.
And why?
Oh no.
Here we go. Here's the bone.
It's not Yoshi. Oh,
Always Yoshi.
I used to
light
love
enough
him.
move and not so light that he get pushed around. He was like the perfect middle car type thing.
oh.
All the way.
Yeah, I was a Yoshi guy for a long time. And then I decided to just be honest with myself and be Mario.
Respectable. I feel like Yoshi's like everyone's favorite, so I just have this natural, like, my brother's favorite was Yoshi, my sister's favorite was Yoshi. Everyone I knew always fought over Yoshi. I'm like, I don't want that. I played as Bowser in 64, but now that they got Waluigi and Birdo, it's hard to pick,
They have so many in the new one. There's so many.
I love the motorcycle.
I actually play Bowser now.
Yes.
On the Switch, on the one for the Switch. It was that Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. I play as Bowser because I love just like, that sounds worse. I realized what I was about to say. I was like, I love plowing through everybody. But like, you know how it is.
Nothing wrong with that. He's a big guy.
Yeah.
So we're talking about Mario, and you can't talk about Mario without talking about The Wizard, which was the 1985 movie starring Fred Savage. But it was more or less a full-length feature film for Mario 3.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because this was the first time that anyone had actually seen Mario 3, because it was basically his brother getting to the video game championship to play Mario 3. And this was the first time everyone was exposed to it, and the game hadn't even came out yet. They coincided it with the release of the film. What were your takeaways from The Wizard?
Gotta refresh my memory. Is that the one with the glove?
Yes.
It's so bad. You gotta say it. Someone's gotta say it. I'm sorry. I've actually never seen The Wizard.
I honestly only watched the last scene, and it just went on a really long time. But it's like, I guess I can appreciate it. It is like, I didn't know that it was like the first time everyone was seeing the game, and they really got a chance to look at the game. But for me, it also looked just like the other game.
Yeah. It's better than 2. Let's put it that way.
2 was good.
Really intrigued at that last scene you're talking about, where they're all like, the 3 contestants are playing this game no one's ever played before, and the 2 like main characters, like the hero and the villain, are like super serious. They're trying to get the biggest score possible, and then there's a third person, the girl, I think her name's like Mara, and she's the only one smiling, the only one having fun. She's having a blast playing this game no one's ever even seen before. And the other 2 are like so focused on winning. It's like, enjoy the moment.
Honestly, I'm always third place because I'm just like, great time, you guys. And everyone's like, distracting. And I would just lose. It's cute. I don't know. Third place is cute.
I don't know. I remember the movie. I watched it back then, and it had me so hyped for Mario 3, because I was, oh my gosh, when they showed that one scene, it was on like I think it's a desert planet. Where he hits the shell and it goes like ding, 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 and starts breaking all the bricks. I'm like, you can do that in this game? Oh my god, I'm gonna die.
Pyramid one where it's like,
yeah. Oh my gosh, and the visuals on that game had changed so drastically that like, and for the better. So the movie had me, we all know it was a feature length commercial. We already accepted it.
Yeah.
But man, I was for it.
I'll tell you, the movie.
The only person I was more excited for the glove. I thought that was the coolest thing.
Okay, yeah, the glove was dope.
I wore that thing without having a Nintendo around me. I loved that thing. That was so cool. It was the stupidest design ever for a controller. Really dumb. It's really hard to do stuff one-handed, but yeah, that glove was awesome.
Not everything. Whatever.
The movie we should be talking about is that Super Mario Bros. Movie with Bob Hoskins and John Leguizamo. Now that is a movie.
Oh my God.
Well, we won't say that. We won't mention that one yet, because Cosmic Disasters is going to handle that one. We're going to steer from that one a little bit. But there's a movie that's coming out on Netflix next week, actually, on the 19th, called High Score, and it's being narrated by the voice of Mario, Charles Martinet, and I think that's his name. And it's really, Charles Martinet. And it's really hard to talk about the golden age of gaming without mentioning Mario, who is in most retrospect not Italian, he's Japanese. Tomato, whatever.
Well, being from the trades myself and a plumber myself, Italian guys normally aren't plumbers. They're normally bricklayers and concrete guys. So
and electricians.
I feel like he's maybe just ethnically Italian and then was like born and raised in Japan. But like, is the voice of Mario Italian or Japanese or neither?
is a white man. I met him a few times. He's a cool dude, but he just a white guy.
So his friends. So he's an equal opportunity voicer.
Oh well, listen. Mario is more woke and diverse than people realize.
Exactly.
Because, like obviously made in Japan. Let's not lie. We know he is Italian. We gonna keep it Italian. And then if you play Mario 3 and beyond, the games are bumping nothing but reggae.
Ooh.
If you listen, no, you see, you guys didn't know that. All the beats from Super Mario Brothers 3 and on became the signature sound, but it's all based on reggae. And being a Jamaican, I gotta represent, I've gone home to Jamaica and actually watched people play the Mario theme on steel drums, and it's like, yep, this is like, yep, this is right. This is how it's supposed to be.
He said, "This is right." It was all there the whole time.
Yeah.
Honestly, though, like, does it really matter if he's a plumber or if he's Italian? I mean, he's a superhero, right?
I mean,
he's probably tired of saying
he's also a
Princess
doctor.
Peach. He's a doctor, exactly.
Although he was, he wrote some weird scripts, so
he's a bad doctor. He's not.
Selling the children in that game.
Yeah, some professions you should not take part in. Like sometimes you just have to stay in your lane.
He's a street pharmacist.
He's a street pharmacist.
That's what we like to call him.
Mushrooms.
Well, he's a tennis player.
Mushrooms. He's got it all.
He does have his leisure activities on lockdown. He knows how to have a good time, for sure.
He's out there race car driving. He's hanging at the beach playing volleyball. He plays soccer. What?
Make a lot of money. They must make bank. Plumbers probably pay really well. I've heard the plumbers actually make a lot of money.
I don't think
maybe not race car money.
I'm not sure if they make globe-trotting money though, because he is definitely a globe.
We do not make globe-trotting money, but it's a trade. It's
I don't know
skill and it's in demand. So yeah.
I don't know if this is how it works in real life, but he does get to keep the coins he finds. Sees them lying around.
Right.
Yeah.
So
if anybody pisses him off, he just eats a star and kills him.
Jeez.
So I spoke of the remasters for Switch. And one of those games that are being remastered is Super Mario 64, which was the premier game for Nintendo 64, which was probably the first true open world game for this character. And I can still play that game to this day. Next to Mario Kart. So knowing that they're going to remaster it and put it on Switch, what does it make you feel knowing that they can just go bigger with this character? There's just nothing they can't do with this character. And what makes him so popular?
I think
he's a white guy.
I think part of
anyway, right? Is that how it works?
I think the popularity comes from the look. He's the typical everyday man type, blue collar character. Something that, in some way, shape, or form, you could, I don't know, necessarily identify with, but he's not like the tall, handsome, perfect hero. He's just a little chubby guy that's going around beating up monkeys and stuff and stepping on turtles, which we all know he's hallucinating all of this. He is eating mushrooms and pops pills from I don't know where he got it from, some guy he knew, and he's going around high as a kite in an aquarium or in a pet shop, just stepping on turtles, putting on trying to find a raccoon to wear. One day he's gonna wake up and there's just gonna be blood everywhere.
The Saturday morning live show?
Yes.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
It was a wrestler. I can't remember his name.
I just looked it up.
Lou Albano.
Yeah, Lou Albano.
I remember watching that show when I was little, because right afterwards was the SNES Super Show, where they had a guy who would just talk about video games. But I remember watching that, and Mario was awesome. He got to meet all the famous. He got to meet Cyndi Lauper and Sergeant Slaughter. I mean, they just come to his shop, his underground basement, not raped den at all, with him and his brother.
That was totally a boiler room. Like,
yeah, it was
out of, Nightmare on Elm Street. He lived in a boiler room with his brother.
It was like a studio apartment basement in New York with just a toilet sitting by the stove and everything. I mean, it was like he was not a successful plumber, that's for sure.
No, he's too busy getting high on mushrooms.
Well,
and wandering into pet shops.
Well, I just remember the cartoon.
This might be why he
went to the world was because they were trying to unclog a drain, and him and his brother got sucked into the drain. That's how they went. So yeah, he was probably just stoned, trying to figure out.
This is probably why Luigi gets the slack he gets, because he's like, oh geez, Mario's high again.
Oh no.
And as well see Mario up there like, I have a seven princess, and it's like, it's a Barbie doll that's like in the corner, and he thinks it's like, or it's the girl that works at the pet shop, and her boss is named Bowser, and he's like, yo, I'm trying to get with her. I'm trying to get with this Peach girl, but you getting in the way, Bowser. So I'm gonna come over here and I'm gonna step on all your turtles so I can get to my girl. I'm telling you, this.
Imagine the realism how that actually will play out. Like, it will be a very sadistic situation.
Directed by Christopher Nolan.
You know what though? Maybe that didn't work. That's why he becomes a golfer, plays tennis. He pretty much does every sport, right?
He's an Olympic athlete.
He's an Olympic athlete without the shape. That's good. That's body positivity for you.
There you go.
That happened in real life. There was a guy. There was the swimmer from Africa who was like totally not in swimmer shape, who qualified for the Olympics. I was like, yo, get it. Like,
I could be an Olympian, but only if it's curling.
Now,
really good impression.
I'd be the squeegee guy. That would be awesome. I would love that.
Now, they do have, now it's not a Lego game, although that would have been awesome. It's actually a Lego set. Now, if we take that out the fray, how would you feel about a Lego game, Mario?
Yes.
I want to know how the moving parts work. Like, where's like, how long does it have to be for me to like send this guy? Like, all the little levers that he can, like, I'm picturing like he lands on the thing and you have to go, and then he like shoots in the sky. I don't know how the game would work with like.
I think if it was open world like 64 or something.
I would play. It should just play like the other Lego games, like the DC, like Batman 3, the Lego game, the Star Wars Lego games, where you gotta like your little Lego character has to go over there and build little ladders so you can go to the next level and then like collect all these little pieces. I think his world is built so blocky since it was the 8-bit era that it would fit perfectly for a Lego world.
You know, if you made it like an open world thing, it'd be kind of like Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts kind of idea, where you can like build all these different vehicles and explore like that whole world, but you're picking up new parts here and there. I can see it working. Oh yeah.
Like little like, see, just
There you go.
Look, I got everything, man. Like, I got the 8-bit. I got a problem.
So what's the worst Mario game? Or what's the worst one?
I don't even know which one it is now, but my friend has like a really old arcade box in her basement that she has to put 2 wires like next to each other to get it to turn on.
She's playing Jumanji?
It's literally like haunted, and like I don't even remember what version it was, but it was like extremely old and just impossible, and like
start hearing jungle drums and everything else, and you get
right.
Danny DeVito's your grandfather.
Yeah, I fell through the wall, through the floor, and I ended up in the sewer. But like, yeah, it's like, it was just like really hard and very like Bowser oriented, but I can't even remember what it was, but I just was obsessed with like like that moment was like, oh, we're about to play this magical game. where there's electricity and there's like 2 things that you have to do. It's really hard. It's really fun.
Oh man.
I can't speak for everyone, but I think hands down for me is Mario 3D, where what was it, like the red guy?
Virtual Boy?
Oh, for the Virtual Boy?
Virtual Boy. It might not have been just the game. I just think it was because if you stared at that thing for too long and then pulled your head away from it, you got like physically ill. It was like
They didn't put a warning with it. That's what.
Tint of red. It was terrible.
Like the Oculus or whatever.
Yeah, they didn't put a warning with the
Think
game.
of it like the Oculus, if it only shot infrared beams into your eyes.
Literal laser pointers. There's 2 of them right in your eye. 3D.
I didn't wear glasses before.
Oh no.
So that's what you're
No, I
stating.
don't think they're related.
I was Asian. I was Asian, and then I tried the Virtual Boy. Now, look what happened.
It's like Avatar. He's stuck in his avatar, everyone.
I'm trying to think what a bad Mario game would
See,
be.
that's the thing. The reason I play Nintendo games so much is because they just knock it out of the park every time. They know what they're doing.
Yeah,
All I can think of is like, you know, the when in math classes, the TI-83, you could get games on it. I think someone tried to make a Mario game on there, and it wasn't really
but
Mario.
That's not like done.
That's what I'm
by
thinking. I don't know if it counts.
studios or anything like that. Like actually, games put out like. Yeah, they've knocked it out of the park every time when it's done by Nintendo. There have been third-party games, and they're crap.
People were all year like Mario's Missing because it's like an educational game. I haven't personally played it myself, but
I thought it was cool.
yeah, it sounds like a cool idea, especially because Luigi's better than Mario, so I'd rather play a game as Luigi than Mario. Sorry, I said it.
What was the one with the they were Ghostbusters? Which one was that? Where they had
That was
vacuum?
Luigi's Mansion.
Yeah.
Luigi's Mansion.
Oh.
Wasn't
I love Luigi's Mansion. I still have my look. I
Wasn't
still
it
got
bad?
all my systems. Like I have all of them. I still have my DS, the 3DS with my Luigi's Mansion on there. Like, that game.
There's some very great moments from Mario, and there's some very downside. You know, or at least play it. I don't know if there's like anything like this, like you just won't play it. It's something about Mario that draws people in. And as I said, 35th anniversary, Switch is remastering these games. You know, we're in COVID-19. What the hell else are we going to be doing at this point? Like, so, you know, it's a good move. It's a classic move, you know, to kind of work all this in. And I'm glad that we still have a character that has this kind of longevity. It just works, you know. Like I said, 32 plus games. It's probably more, you know, that he pops up in, and you're just like, oh, Mario, I gotta play it. It's so simple.
I bought the game on my iPhone, and there's a Mario game, and then there's a Mario Kart game on the iPhone, both made by Nintendo, and I love them both.
Well, I hate to cut the show short, guys. Not really short, but it's really our time. I want to thank our guests for coming on to Nerds on Ice, talking all things Mario. So we'll start with you, Jason. Are there any parting words, anything you want to plug?
Be easy. Please check out VT Heroes on Instagram. Support the whole, body positive and true body positivity, not just plus size. It's like down to petite and up, like all around. Non-gender, norm, Power Rangers. Come on, support it. The Kickstarter drops. Please follow it on Instagram because that's the only place you can find stuff about it right now. And the Kickstarter drops on my birthday on Monday.
Oh, well, happy birthday.
Hey, 42 look all right though, right? Hey.
You said what?
42.
42? Okay.
Right?
But you're not wearing as much makeup as me, right?
I'm afraid to put makeup on me. It might not come off.
He did say he was Asian before he started playing that game. So, you never know.
I blame the Virtual Boy.
Yeah. Rusty Bucky, what do you have?
Sorry, you totally skipped on me, and then I was like, "Did you say my name?" And then it went weird. That's me, I assumed. It's me.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I have an Etsy store. I'm like pretty solid that it's gonna rebrand, so I could tell you what it is now, but that it could very quickly change. But I think it's gonna change to Icky Fears, because again, like, oh, that shouldn't work, but somehow you pull it off. Like that sort of look. I'm trying to incorporate into like masks, and like we'll get scrunchies and barrettes, and like want to start working on headpieces and just get some fashion in this quarantine, couture. And so that's basically what I'm working on. I'm working on a fashion line. Oh my god. And yeah, who knows when I'm gonna be outside in drag again. We've been at the Foundry. Like I did a couple shows at the Foundry here in Cleveland, but you know, get your tickets early. But yeah, check out Icky Fears. This is like the first time I'm saying it out loud, so now I have to do it.
Congrats.
Tim.
I'm Tim. Hey, this was awesome to be a part of this. If you guys like Mario, you like video games, you like sci-fi, you like puppets, you gotta check out my roommate has this awesome YouTube series, which I'm in a lot of the episodes. It's called Video Fever Show. It's a sci-fi puppet show about video games. It's great. Videofevershow.com, Video Fever Show on YouTube. Check it out.
Nate.
I have absolutely nothing to plug, but I'm very glad that I was able to come on the show. I'll come back anytime and hash it up with a bunch of like-minded individuals.
I'm glad to have you. I'm glad to have all of you on. So, again, this is Nerds on Ice. Tune in next Wednesday for the Cosmic Disaster Show, where the dark and seedy film Mario Brothers will be discussed by the Circle of Nerds. And you can find Nerds on Ice under Circle of Nerds. And until next time, remember to educate yourself and others, entertain yourself and others, and most of all, empower yourself and others. Tune in next week as we discuss the latest hot topic. Until then, Chris Fury out.
All right, everyone, chill.
To hear all of our podcasts, look for Circle of Nerds on iTunes, iHeart, Pandora, Spotify, or wherever you get podcasts. And if you want to see these weirdos in their natural habitat, just look for Circle of Nerds on YouTube and Patreon. Make sure to subscribe so you never miss an episode.